The next step in the pillowcase process is going to be to press, okay? Pressing is also known as ironing. Never ever touch the iron to test if it's hot. Instead, what you can do to see if it's hot is tip it on its side, and you should be able to hear some steam coming out of it. Never leave the iron sitting down like this. This will burn marks in the ironing board. That's what these marks are. They're from people who haven't remembered to lift up their iron. So make sure that when you're not using your iron, it is always left in the upright position. Okay? So I like to give my pillowcase a little bit of an ironing. Now, you might hear that it is steaming. That is a good thing. That means that your iron is hot and it's working. So make sure that when you're ironing, you don't ever just leave your iron in one spot for too long. That will burn your fabric. Instead, you want to keep your iron moving back and forth as you are ironing. Okay, now our ironing board isn't big enough to do it all at once, so I'm just going to take part of my fabric, move it back further on the ironing board, like this, and then I'm set to iron another set. So I just like to iron all my seams down, make sure that they are pressed well for our next step. The next step in our pillowcase is going to be to do what is called the 1-inch fold. Okay, so what I've done is my pillowcase, I ironed it flat like this, just like I sewed it. Here's the seam, here's my fold. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pillowcase and rotate the seam so that it is face up. Now I have a fold on this end and a fold on this end. The reason I want to do this is because I want to do what is called ironing the book open. Okay? I like to call this seam a book because if you look here, it kind of looks like a little book. So what I like to do is first finger press the seam open. Okay, you only have to go a few inches down. This is as far as I have to go. I don't have to worry about this stuff down here. You grab your iron and you carefully iron down your book so that it is pressed in the open position. This is going to really make it flat, okay? Before, my book was opening by itself. Now it is completely flat. After you iron your book open, you want to do what is called the 1-inch fold. So what you do is you take your fabric and you fold it down just 1 inch. Okay, you will want to grab a ruler so that you can do this. Once you have folded it down 1 inch, you're going to fold the rest of your fabric over 1 inch so that it is equal all the way around, just like this. Okay, now it's a good idea to grab a ruler. Seam gauge would also work. And you want to make sure that your fabric is at 1 inch over on this corner and over on this corner. This way it's going to be the same all the way around. Once you measure to make sure it's the same, you're just going to take your iron again and you're going to press your fold flat.